and welcome to the C.R.A.M Academy show. I am Valencia Thornton, and I know you guys have seen me before. This is we've been actually doing this for about the last couple of months, and it's been truly exciting. I've really enjoyed working with our wonderful producer, and his name is Mike, and we just really want to thank him so much for being of value and making this show what it is. I am truly learning so much. So hello, and how are you? You know, C.R.A.M Academy is a professional organization with a strategic focus in math. And today what we're going to do, we're going to cover a little about our testing strategies. When are we going to test? What time the schools are going to test? March Madness. And I'll tell you a little bit of what March Madness is about. Happy Valentine's Day. I know Valentine's Day was on Thursday, but I think that if I hear right, that some people are selling Valentine's Day every day. So happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. Remember, feel free to call in at 470-251-4343 if you have any questions, or if you just want to chime in. In fact, I'll be seeing those of you who are actually tuning in on Facebook. I'll be able to see that you all are with me. So thank you, those of you who are tuned in. Remember, again, you can call in 470-251-4343, and also you can just chime in on Facebook if you would like. I want to share a little bit of Black history and the math, and I'll be able to share with you that later. We have a video that we're going to show, but not now, but eventually we'll talk to you about this video that I just think is so unique and it's profound, because I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's talk about testing. Parents, teachers, and all of our leaders, we know that we're going to be getting ready for testing, and what we want to do is to stay very close to our teachers, to make sure that our teachers give you parents websites and web links that our students can actually practice math skills, as well as higher order thinking word problems. Now, one of our biggest issues now is that our students are not being able to read our word problems and interpret what the word problem is asking. So parents, if you can get with your math teacher, your child's math teacher, and ask her what website or what can we do to practice to get our training in or our practice in before testing. Now, our testing for some school districts is definitely going to be in April, and if it's anything different, I'm just speaking on the local school districts that I know of. They're going to be either teaching testing late March or early April. So we're excited about our students doing well. So if there are some test taking strategies that I would certainly actually share with parents, would be certainly to make sure our students are going to bed early. Lots and lots of water. Believe it or not, there's statistics that shown if our students eat red grapes before testing, it does something to the mind. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's try it. Just some red grapes before they go to school that day. And certainly I hope that they're getting their good breakfast before they're testing. So if you have any questions or anything about math testing for our students, we're definitely would be open for you calling in at 470-251-4343. I have a book here called Georgia, it's called Ready, and this is a series that a lot of the schools are using, and it's called the Ready Mathematics Instruction, and this happens to be 3rd grade. And if any of you are interested in maybe purchasing a book or getting a book, you can actually just go to Google and type in Ready Mathematics, and a whole series of these books will come up. The name of the company is called C.R.A.M Associates. C.R.A.M Associates, and I like this series only because it goes deeper into our math. It's not just a lot of skill and drill. It really makes our students think. So we are really excited about this as a resource. So parents, again, Curriculum Associates, and this is the Ready book that they can actually work from, or you can purchase it by maybe Google Curriculum Associates Ready Mathematics, and it will be a good resource for you to use. March Madness, you may have some of your schools talk about March Madness, and this is where they're going to actually be really tuning in on fine-tuning these test-taking strategies and skills at school. So during the month of March, you're going to see it, maybe the teachers are going to be a little more intense of getting the kids prepared for the testing in April. So watch out for anything that says anything about March Madness. That's what that will be. Remember, again, if you have any questions or you want to call in, you can call in at 470-251-4343. So I want to give a shout out to many of the schools that we have been working with this year. And I'd like to give a shout out to the school where we have been actually working, and we have actually had an opportunity to go in and look at some of those students, and that's Bob Mathis. Thank you for being a part of C.R.A.M Academy. I would like to know if any of you teachers or parents or leaders or students, if you'd like to be on the C.R.A.M Academy show, you can certainly give us a call at 470-251-4343. Okay, I'm interested in finding out, has any of your parents ever seen the movie or the movie Hidden Figures? And we're going to show you a little clip about Hidden Figures and let you look and see what the movie is about. I've just really loved that movie. It's math related, and we are definitely excited about that movie.
Equilateral, trapezoid, isosceles, tetrahedron.
I've never seen a mind like the one your daughter has. You have to see what she becomes.
Come on! Hey! Move like that. Hey.
Catherine! We all gonna end up unemployed riding around in this pile of junk.
You're welcome to walk the 16 miles. Or sit in the back of the bus.
Kiss me up.
You have identification on?
We're just on our way to work at NASA, sir.
I had no idea they hired.
There are quite a few women working in the space program.
You know what we're doing here? We're putting a human on top of a missile, shooting him into space, and it's never been done before. I need a mathematician that can look beyond the numbers. Math that doesn't yet exist. Before the Russians plant a flag on the damn moon.
You have someone?
Running what I'm playing.
Catherine's the gal for that. She can handle any numbers you put in front of her.
Don't embarrass me.
This wasn't emptied last night?
I'm sorry, I'm not the...
That Colonel Jim is a tall glass of water.
He's coming over.
Now, why would he be doing that?
How's Mary's waving at me?
No! Dorothy, slice of pie?
I'd love one. You already have a slice of pie, Dorothy.
Oh, left and left found it.
You're a computer at NASA. They let women handle that sort of...
Yes, it's an uphill battle.
Yes, they let women do some things at NASA, Mr. Johnson. And it's not because we wear skirts. It's because we wear glasses.
We go from being our father's daughters to our husband's wives to our baby's mothers.
You've been gone for 300 hours.
Was Mama gone for 12.5 days?
No, but it felt like it.
It felt like it to me, too.
It's crunch time. In 14 days, astronauts will be here for training. Everything we do can matter to their wives, to their children. I believe it's going to matter to the whole damn country.
My gals are ready. We can do the work. That's John Glenn.
What do you ladies do for NASA?
Calculate your launch and landing, sir.
Engineering. And I'm proud as the devil to be working with you.
How could you possibly be ogling these white men?
It's equal rights. I have the right to see fine in every color.
There's no protocol for women attending.
There's no protocol for a man circling the earth either, sir.
Every time we have a chance to get ahead, they move the finish line. Every time.
We all get there together, we don't get there at all.
It's good to know NASA hadn't given up on good old-fashioned brain power.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me ask you, if you were a white male, would you wish to be an engineer?
I wouldn't have to. I'd already be one.
Don't you know that we're able?
Okay, so that was Hidden Figures. Parents, if you have not gotten your students to see that, that would be a great movie for you to watch. I know that most of you, I don't know if you heard or not, but they were like isosceles, trapezoid. These terms have been around for years, and these are terms they're still using today. And I'm just appalled how Katherine Johnson, who's actually Taraj Henderson, she was actually able to compute. It was just a great movie. I just had a little history about them, that when the NASA engineer Paul Stafford, he refused to request Katherine Johnson to attend an editorial meeting about John Glenn's coming. In other words, John Glenn, he was one of the astronauts. And we wanted, it was just interesting to see how those girls were just really, other ladies were just really powerful. And I really think it was a great movie. We wanted, this movie is from a, it's actually a movie generated from another movie. And these people, these mathematicians, they were really real. Dorothy Vaughan. Do we have a picture of Dorothy Vaughan and the original ladies who were on? I think we have a picture of them. Yes, these are Dorothy Vaughan, Mary Jackson, and Katherine Johnson. These are the real ladies who were a part of Hidden Figures, and the film was focused on these three real-life African-American females pioneered. Again, there were Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, who were part of NASA. And this movie, Hidden Figures, was actually built around these famous African-American women. This is a powerful film, and they actually were up. The film was up against for 3 Academy Awards for the Best Picture. Although it didn't win, it still did was part of one of the Best Pictures. I thought that was really neat. So if you haven't gotten your students or your children to see Hidden Figures, I think that would be a powerful movie just to see how our African American women are strong in math. And one of the things that I like, they were actually doing all of their computations by hand. Now, I know that we want to put the calculator in a lot of our children's hands or get a $400 calculator, but that does not get our students to think. A lot of our students right now are actually plugging in something as simple as 8 times 9 because they don't think. And when you think about the fact that these girls were actually working at NASA, or these ladies were actually working at NASA and actually doing calculations by hand, that was pretty powerful. So, of course, although a lot of people don't like math, it's just something that I think that we need to still get every student built to learn our math skills so that they can actually start being a part of some company like NASA. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Hi again, and welcome again to C.R.A.M Academy, the C.R.A.M Academy show. We are always looking for companies that will perhaps give a donation or sponsor our shows. Our shows air on the first and the third Saturday. And so we're always looking for people to either donate or maybe sponsor an entire show. We certainly will actually have your name of your company on our show. It will be actually scrolling at the bottom, and you can actually tell us what you would like for us to say about your show. So if you know anybody who is trying to get a tax write-off or anything, ask them to certainly consider sponsoring the C.R.A.M Academy show. Okay, so I have some videos that I wanted to share as well. Our fourth graders at one of our schools have just been doing a fantastic job, and these fourth graders are actually solving fractions with unlike denominators, and I just wanted to share with you their strategy that they use of C.R.A.Ms to actually add fractions with unlike denominators. I want you to take a look at and see what these fourth graders are doing. I'm so excited for them, real proud of them, and you'll see this in just a minute.
I thought of what would 1/2 of 8 equal, and I thought 4, so I put 4 B's. Then I thought of what 1/2 of 8 equals, and that would be 1. So then I knew I had my subtract sign, so I would subtract the 4 B's from the 1, and that would give me 3/8.
Very, very good. Good job. So
I know that 1/4 equals 2.
1/4 of what?
8 equals 2. And 3/8 equals 3. And I saw my addition sign, so I add 3 and 2, which gives me 5/8.
5 out of what?
8.
Good job. So you didn't break the 2/4 up. What is 2/4? 1/4 plus what? 1/4, right? So break that up. Erase that. You remember how you did it last time?
Yes.
Because you need to go back to your unit fraction. Boys and girls, your unit fraction is 1 as a numerator. So 1/4 is a unit fraction. That's another unit fraction. So what is 1/4 of 8? Look up in C.R.A.M Math in the Dark. What is 1/4 of 8? Look at your numbers.
This one.
Look at your numbers up here. What is 1/4 of 8?
2.
Good. Okay, put your B's. Okay, then so how many you have total?
4.
Okay, so 2/4 is what? Up here, you put your B's up here. How many B's? Okay, so how many B's make out 1 out of 8? Class, everybody say easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Okay, add them up.
5.
Out of what?
8.
Okay. Is he correct, class?
Yes.
Come on, let's give him a hand. Okay. Now, those were the group of fourth graders who actually added fractions with unlike denominators. And believe it or not, that is not even their standard. They don't add fractions with unlike denominators. They actually do compare fractions or actually rename fractions that their denominators change. But these students actually had an understanding of how is it that 1/4 of 8 is 2 dots. And they understood that 1/2 of 8 dots were 4 dots. And it was just interesting that they really caught on to that very, very quickly. And I'm truly excited about that strategy. Fractions have been real hard for a lot of students. And with that method that they were using, I thought those fourth graders did a wonderful, wonderful job. Very good. I have another video to share with you. And these are some third graders who are going to be talking about sharing using manipulatives, groups of. How do we make 2 groups of 8? And how do we make 3 groups of 3? And you'll be able to see how they'll be able to connect that with multiplication. And so we're going to be showing you that in just a minute. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
And most of you already know about this, don't you? Yeah. What does this mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means groups of, right? Doesn't this mean groups of? Who knows that this means groups of? Who's remembering? And what do we put in here? We put our what? B. So if I ask you to model for me 2 groups of 8, can you do that for me? Yes. Okay, now let's see if we can model for me 2 groups of 8. Okay? Let's work together and model 2 groups of 8. Okay, everybody's in a group. This is a group, so I don't need nothing but 2 groups here. Okay, so whoever makes them, go ahead and model. I'm doing it. Okay? You working as a group. Let's work as a group. So that means we only need 2. We only need 2. Okay, now you might want to be counting out 8 of these will be. 8. When your group gets 2 groups of 8, done, please raise your hand and tell me this story. This holiday, I have 2 groups of 8. What group is ready? 2 groups of 8. Okay, this group is ready. This holiday, you want to come and see if this group is ready? This is it. This is it. This is your group. This is your group. Y'all working together. Okay, so I don't need all of these. This is the 2 groups of 8. Can you all slide that off of that paper? I need 2 groups of 8. Where's your 2 groups of 8?
All right, good job.
This holiday is another 2 groups of 8. Oh. This group is working together. I needed 2 groups of 8. Where's 2 groups of 8?
You have your 2 groups of 8.
Okay, you need to take off one of your groups of 8 because you're confusing me. Raise your hand if you have 2 groups of 8 as a group. You got 2 groups
As
of
a
8.
group means that you only have 1.
As a group, yeah.
See, this is too many. This is your 2 groups.
Okay, and so you just wait until we call someone
working
else.
with
Some students, the teacher is in the background.
You have 2 groups
of 8. We have the students are engaged. They're actually putting their 2 groups
who's with me? Raise your hand
if you have your groups of 2 groups of 8. They have 2 groups of 8.
Now, watch this class. Who's with me?
And we're going to go to the board.
This really means 2 groups of 8. Am I correct?
2 groups of 8. These are 3rd graders transferring that to multiplication.
Eight what?
8 plus 8. That's a. And
what's the answer, class? 16.
okay, there's 2 groups of 8 equals 16. 8 plus 8 equals 16. I wanted to show you guys this because the 3rd graders are very engaged with this lesson, and I thought this was a great one to be able to bring out and show.
Divided by 8 equals 2. Raise your hand if you want me to start and take you to 4th grade. Me. Y'all ready? Yes. All right, how many do you have total?
Really want to win. They want to go to 4th grade.
Who's with me? What is 1/2 of 16 equal to? Raise your hand if you know. I see 2 people. Somebody say that's hard. It's right there in your model. What is 1/2?
1/2 of 16. Hopefully they'll make the connection.
What is 1/2 of 16? Thank you for keep your hands up, bright and brilliant. It's right there in the model. What is 1/2 of?
We're giving the other children some wait time.
Do y'all see 1/2 of 16? How many we have total? 8. And how many groups do we have? 2. So we split that in 1/2. On the count of 3, tell me the answer. 1, 2, 3. 8. 1/2 of
Very
16.
good.
Is that true?
Yes.
Is that always true?
Yes.
Who's with me so far? How many of you see that? I told you I was going to make you smart, bright, and brilliant. Who's with me? Everybody say that's a 5th Oh, yeah. I hope you Miss Holiday. She said put it together. Miss Holiday, I need another one.
Y'all are working together. Together, you should have 3 groups.
Of 4. Okay. Raise your hand if your group is ready. And I'd like for you to tell me my multiplication sentence. Who knows the multiplication sentence? 3 groups of 4.
Good job.
Or I can call it a multiplication equation. What is the equation? Who sees it? 3 groups of 4 is the same thing as what?
3 times 4.
Okay, good job. Let me see if you got 3 times 4. Now I want to see if somebody knows the answer to 3 times 4. Okay, don't say it out loud. Just keep your hands up, right? Really, sir, you don't know what 3 times. Show him his 3 groups of 4. 3 groups of 4. On the count of 3, tell me what is 3 groups of 4 equal to? 1, 2, 3.
12.
Okay, don't scream.
Sorry.
Okay, and so we should have what? 4 plus 4
equals
4, right?
Equals no. Yes. That is right.
Okay, so how many we have total?
12.
Okay, so 12 divided by what?
4 equals 3. And 12 divided by 3 equals 4.
Okay, I want to see who's going to do the 5th grade problem. Let me see who's going to get this. 1/3 of 12.
Oh, that's so easy.
Who knows 1/3 of 12? Easy peasy. Keep your hands up. Look at all these bright and brilliant students understand what is 1/3 of 12. Sir, you don't know? What is 1/3 of 12? Because the denominator divides it up into how many pieces?
4.
No, 3. The denominator divides it up into what? 3. How many do we have total?
12.
So 1/3 of 12
is
equals
4.
How many of you see that?
Me.
Everybody say easy peasy.
Easy. Like it's squeeze. Mr. Two's in there, but he told me to go back.
Okay. Well, that was just a little bit of my 3rd graders at one of the schools that we work with, and they were actually participating in groups of, and we actually took pipe cleaners and made a circle, and then we took the beads, and as we asked for 2 groups of 3, 3 groups of 4, we had 2 groups of 3 would be 2 circles made with the pipe cleaners and put 3 beads in it so they can actually see it was 6. I hope that you recognize how engaged they were, how they answered the questions. Students were actually engaged. And that brings me to problem PBL, project-based learning or problem-based learning. And I don't know if you've heard of constructivism or not, or maybe you have or you have not, but the word constructivism, it takes the kids away from the, it takes students away from the rote memory of actually memorizing things. They actually had their opportunity to put hands on. They were working in small groups. I noticed, did you notice those kids were active learners? They were actively raising their hand, and hopefully I saw some of the kids actually processing what we were actually asking of them. And the teacher, she was out on the side. I don't know if you heard her voice or not, along with my voice. The teacher was definitely in the classroom, and we both were, you know, like mentoring the students, prodding them along so they could actually think for themselves. Yeah, so we want to keep all of our lessons in higher order thinking so that the students will be able to process knowledge from a larger view as opposed to just rote memorizing timetables. We want to know, what does 3 groups of 6 really mean, or what does 2 groups of 3 really mean? We were able to have our students actually utilize the problem-based learning in order to be involved in that lesson. So just wanted to share those 2 lessons with you. And we are going to take another break. Alrighty, so welcome back to the C.R.A.M Academy show, and I'm hoping that you guys really enjoyed the videos that we showed tonight, and also don't forget about the hidden figures. One last thing I wanted to do was to go over the benefits of PBL, or the problem-based learning. One of the benefits of PBL, or problem-based learning, if you saw how the kids were really inactive and engaged in the lesson, it increases that student engagement. PBL really increases the student engagement. It gives students a deeper learning. It deepens the students' learning about understanding, okay, if I say 4 groups of 3, what does the 4 represent? What does the 3 represent? The 4 represent 4 circles that were actually connected using pipe cleaners, and the 3 represented the 3 bees that were going to go into each one of the circles that we have 4 groups of 3, and that's where my 12 came from. If you notice a benefit, if you notice how the students were collaborating, it was a benefit of the PBL is collaboration, where the kids actually work together. The standard is definitely within that activity. Build knowledge within the standards. Gives them some in-depth inquiry. Utilize the students' critical thinking skills, and develop presentation and communication skills. They had to show us what was anything that we are asking. Model for me 3 groups of 4. Model for me 2 groups of 8. They presented all of their understanding of what was going on their desk. So again, you have been tuned in to C.R.A.M Academy. If you have any questions or wanted to make any comments, you certainly can call in to 470-251-4343. Parents and teachers, you guys, please remember that March Madness is where we are going to fine-tune our strategies and fine-tune what we need in order to help the kids be successful on the state tests. Also remember, April, it varies, I'm not sure exactly when the testing is for all the local school districts. Definitely I want to again thank Status Network for being such a great entity with C.R.A.M to put us on TV live on the 1st and the 3rd Saturday. And again, I just want to thank all of you for participating with me. We had a great day. I love this. I love it. I love showing you all what we have. I love giving information out. Our contact number is 678-516-0799. Let us know if we can come visit your school. Let us know if anything that we can help you with of making sure that your student won't be left behind. Thank you and have a great night.